We all recognize that sudden, sinking feeling in the pit of our stomach. It hits the moment someone steps quietly behind us in a dimly lit room and stares intently over our shoulder at our glowing phone screen. For a young YouTube creator known online as PrinceLive80, that exact scenario played out in his home. His family accidentally discovered the videos he had been quietly scripting, filming, and uploading to his channel. His parents responded with a severe ultimatum. They told him to stop making videos entirely, claiming the pursuit was worthless, and instructed him to focus strictly on his studies to secure a traditional job. Following the confrontation, Prince recorded a raw reaction for his remaining audience. He spoke about the heartbreak of seeing his dedication and long hours of effort dismissed by his family as a waste of time. His situation highlights a quiet reality for many young creators. The most existential threat to their passion rarely comes from a public rejection on the internet. It comes from private invalidation at the dinner table. This animated diagram illustrates the distance between the macro and the micro. On a global scale, the creator economy is a massive, multi-billion-dollar industry. But for a person just starting out, that industry shrinks down into a single, isolated node, a bedroom. Industry discourse typically frames the hurdles of content creation around technical or strategic roadblocks. Success is supposed to depend on mastering algorithms, buying expensive camera gear, or optimizing studio lighting. In reality, the primary barrier to entry for the majority of aspiring creators is familial resistance. For many, the first no they have to overcome doesn't come from a platform or an audience, but from their own parents. This lack of domestic support generates a specific, crippling brand of self-doubt. The home, which should serve as a supportive foundation, becomes the source of a creator's deepest insecurity. Prince's conflict with his parents marks the exact point where two different economic eras collide. This flowchart maps the industrial model his parents recognize: studying, exams, degree, then a salaried job. The digital model follows a different trajectory. On this exponential curve, the first 80% is unpaid labor. There are no checkpoints, only the hope of a spike in growth. This creates a visibility gap. Studying or doing homework is a recognized, tangible form of work. Scripting, editing, and filming alone in a bedroom looks identical to leisure, making a creator's labor invisible to those not looking for it. Because content creation lacks the immediate validation and formal structure of the industrial economy, parents struggle to view it as real work. Prince captured this frustration when he said, "I am working hard on this too, and if this hard work goes to waste, I won't feel good either." There is a heavy psychological toll when intense, time-consuming effort is dismissed as frivolous. For a creator, having their labor called a waste of time by a loved one creates an emotional debt that is difficult to repay. This absence of authoritative validation is often the true source of a creator's doubt. It is hard to maintain confidence in a project. It's nearly impossible when the people you live with treat it as a distraction. This dynamic forcefully creates imposter syndrome. A creator's internal belief in their value is constantly undermined by a domestic environment that refuses to acknowledge their effort as legitimate. Ultimately, this brand of doubt is a form of heartbreak. It is the pain of having your most intense labor deemed meaningless by the people whose respect you crave the most. When familial validation is denied, creators are forced to shift their behavior. To keep going, they have to find encouragement elsewhere to fill the void left at home. We see this in the desperate plea at the end of Prince's video. Facing his parents' ultimatum, he turns to his anonymous viewers and asks for their opinion on whether he should quit entirely. Creators who lack support at the dinner table are forced to crowdsource their emotional validation from complete strangers on the internet. In this environment, a YouTube comment section functions as a critical surrogate support system. It becomes the only place where the creator's labor is recognized as having value. Prince belongs to a transitional generation, caught between the corporate reality of their parents and the digital frontier of their peers. Videos like Prince's serve as raw cries for societal legitimacy, recorded at the moment a passion meets an ultimatum. There is a cost to this misunderstanding. When we fail to recognize digital labor, potential artists, educators, and entrepreneurs suffocate under the weight of homegrown doubt and pack their ambitions away. Closing the gap between these two generations requires a broader recognition of what productive labor looks like in the 21st century. Validating digital creation ensures that the next generation of creators does not quit before they ever truly begin.